Sunday.
Happy Sunday, everybody.
Mhm.
We made it.
Yes, we did.
Audio problems again on my end this time.
Mhm.
On my end, we made it on a Sunday. Today is the 14th
Yes, it is.
of
September.
September.
Mm-hmm.
3.5 months until we are bringing in a new year.
Yes.
Happy New Year! You gonna
Mhm.
practice?
Mhm.
How are you doing this Sunday, Plum?
I'm doing okay.
Doing
No
okay.
complaints. How are
Awesome.
you?
Awesome. I'm okay. No complaints. I'm going to share my page so we can invite some our good people in with us today
Mm-hmm.
as we go into another live. We've been doing this for it's been 2 years already, Shakira.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Miss Linda. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for joining.
Thanks so much for joining, Lynn. Thank you so much for joining. We started a little behind schedule. My audio was not my friend today. It just
Hey,
hopefully
cousin
we'll.
Pam.
Hey niece, how are you? Hopefully we'll grow big enough where we can hire a full team. I'm speaking into existence. My daughter's like, Mom, don't push it.
Miss Linda said, I'm sick, Giant 0 and 2. Oh, Lord, I can't even imagine when Jarvis sees the score.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
he'll be seeing the score soon. Are they playing right now, Miss Linda? Because I don't even know.
Yes, they are.
They are. Who are they
Yes.
playing? I
They
don't even
playing the
know.
Cowboys.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yes, they're playing the Cowboys. And we're playing the Chiefs. But
Okay.
we are 13-10.
Okay.
Cowboys are 40 and the Giants are 37 right now. Well, actually, no. I'm
40?
sorry. It went
The
into overtime. So the Cowboys won.
the Cowboys. Oh, the game is already over.
It's over.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're
Yeah,
saying Giants 0 and 2. I get what you're saying. I got you.
yeah.
Got
Oh, Miss Linda was saying, okay.
you. Giving
But
me
we are right now in the third quarter.
okay.
We are in the third quarter right now. A lot of games. Panthers playing the Cardinals and the Broncos playing the Colts. The
Okay.
Seahawks, sadly, the Steelers lost today. The Rams, they um they won against the Titans. So yeah, there you have it. So we're still playing. We're still playing against the Chiefs. Isn't that interesting? We're playing against the Chiefs like the playoff. Okay. Anyway, we want to say welcome to another episode of Momma Said It. Thank you all so much for being here with us. We really appreciate you being our co-host. Linda, thank you so much for being here. Thank you. We lost Cowboys, got it. But that game was super epic. Okay. Yes, I missed it. I got to go back and look at the replays.
Mm-hmm.
I know we got a lot of Cowboy uh, fans and supporters. Shakira, you are with.
The Giants. I have on a Giant shirt. You just can't see it.
Oh, let's see your giant shirt.
I
You
can't.
staying the short? You don't want to show
No,
it?
the way that I position the camera so you can't see the kids if they come. And
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it. All right. No problem. No problem. Well, first and foremost, we always like to start our show off by wishing happy birthdays to those who are celebrating a birthday. We'd like to say happy birthday to each and every one of you.
Yes.
May you see many, many more years, long life and wealth. This is
Mm-hmm.
still Virgo season for those of you who are into the zodiac.
Mm-hmm.
This is still their season.
Mm-hmm.
And then what Virgo, and then who's at the Virgo? I don't know who's at the Virgo. But anyway, do you know who's at the Virgo, Shakira?
Mm-mm.
No,
Libra. Wait, yeah, Libra. Yeah, it
Libra.
is Libra. I think because September, October. No. Yeah, maybe it is Libra. Maybe.
Okay, okay, all right.
Maybe.
Well, we want to
Tiana's
say
a Libra.
Happy birthday!
who is celebrating an anniversary, whether it's an anniversary for friendship, whether it's an anniversary for united as one, as a couple, we want to wish you a happy anniversary as well. Now, as we get ready to start our show, it seems like I'm forgetting something. I hope it comes to me. Seems like I'm forgetting something.
Aunt Dot joined us. She said, "Go Cowboys and good evening, ladies."
Good evening, Cowboys. Yeah, that's her team. She likes the Cowboys.
And
She
Pam said it is Libra. It's after Virgo.
is leave after Virgo. Right. Okay. Now today I do know that this month, Lily's birthday, right? Yeah, because Pam is October 11th, I believe it is, Pam's birthday. But this month, still your dad's birthday celebration. So we got a lot of celebrations for the month of September. Just Jay's birthday is celebrated this month as well. Okay, we do have a lot that we want to cover, so I want to just jump right on in. But one of the things I do want to say that there is a professional legend boxer, Ricky Hatton. He passed away at the age of 50, at the age, excuse me, 46. He's a British lightweight champion, also known as Hitman. He actually fought against Mayweather back in 2007. And he also fought somebody else, somebody else. He fought another fighter that was an American fighter, but sending condolences to his family for his passing, and may his legacy continue to live forward. I know we had a lot of different things that was going on this week. Busy week for all of America, I should say. But one of the things I do want to start off with our conversation is, I don't know whether you heard about this the blackout, the system. Have you heard about that?
I think we briefly spoke about it.
Yeah, have any of our co-hosts, have y'all heard about this rumor going around about blackout the system? Blackout the system. It's something where it's going on from September the 16th through the 20th. September the 16th through the 20th. Now, at first, when I heard about it, I thought it was going to be where it was the internet and everything was just going to be blacked out. But then as I continued to read about it, I learned that it was more of a voluntary thing where people, don't go to work, don't buy anything, don't go anywhere. But, it's very hard for people that really need their income to stay at home, don't go to work. Very hard, especially when you have a family that you're trying to feed. I mean, I don't know. I could see not going shopping at a certain shopping center, but not to go to work. That was a heavy one too. Now,
what is the purpose of the blackout? Did they say what the purpose?
I guess to shock the economy.
Oh, okay, for 4 days.
Different people were saying different reasons. So you hear one person saying one thing, did not hear it on the media as far as the local news. So this is just different social media influencers, content creators have been speaking about it, but I haven't heard anything about it on the local TV station. I don't know whether maybe our co-hosts may have heard something, because I barely seldom have the TV on most of the time. So, I know I told you, but other than that, you didn't see it on TV, correct?
No, it don't never make it to TV. I mean, the boycott for Target never made it to CNN or anything like that. They told you that Target wasn't doing good, but they didn't say why. They didn't say black folks was boycotting. So yeah, I doubt if you're going to catch it on the news.
Right. Exactly. Well, we're going to touch base on some good news. We're going to touch base on some not so good news. I do want to say, I'm proud to say we do have some sources, a lot of companies, about 15 different sources that we're going to be sharing with our co-hosts and our viewers, where these companies help you with security deposits if you're trying to rent. They help you with co-signing if you need a co-signer. This is huge, because some people might not, they plan on the move, but they are waiting for a little bit more money in order to move. Well, we're going to have the sources and the information that you're going to need to be able to apply. And a lot of these places are only costing like $30 to apply. So it's not like it's costing you a lot of money to get involved. So we're going to share that later on in our podcast. So please stay tuned. Now, I don't know whether anyone have heard about the New Jersey. Well, it's actually this is actually a federal program that's opening up October the 1st. And this is where you're able to apply for utility assistance. Like LIHEAP is one. And these programs basically will help you with your electric. Now, for those of you who need that information, I will put it in the chat. But you can always dial 211 from your telephone, your cell phone, your landline phone. You can always dial 211. Now, this is not for just New Jersey. This is for all states. So all states, this is for all states. If you need some help, say for an example, many states, they have it where you can't cut the electric off during a certain period of time. And right now we're getting ready to go in, we're actually in the fall. So many people may start to get their services disconnected. So before that happens, you want to make sure you apply. You want to make sure you apply to get some assistance. My assistance is here. Okay. We want to jump on that as quickly as possible. Now, the other thing we want to touch base, I don't know whether you heard about the young lady who had was confronted by her ex-husband and his girlfriend. Comfort or conspiracy, the girlfriend who walked free. Now, let me just give you a little backstory about this. There is a ex-wife, her name is Ramika. She's out of Chicago. The reason why I wanted to cover this story, because it's so touching. It's like a situation where you just can't believe that this has actually happened. But she has a son by her ex-husband, and apparently there was some sort of disagreement going back and forth, obviously, because it is her ex-husband at this point. He has a new girlfriend and he has a child by this girlfriend. So the ex-husband and the new girlfriend showed up at the school of her son, and the unthinkable happened. I want to share the rest of this story with you so you can hear it and stay tuned, because it's really unbelievable. It's really unbelievable. Stay tuned.
A woman shot and killed in the South Loop is speaking out for the first time about her daughter's death.
WGN's Jewel Hillary spoke with her, and she is in the South Loop now with more.
According to CPD, the person taken into custody for allegedly fatally shooting 31-year-old Romika Meeks Blackman is released without charges. In the midst of her unbearable pain, Romika's mom says she's eagerly seeking justice.
I want justice. She didn't deserve it under no circumstances.
Gripped with grief, Tina McMiller's loved ones embraced her tightly as they gathered across the street from the intersection of Cermak Road near State Street, where her 31-year-old daughter, Romika Meeks Blackman, was fatally shot Monday morning after dropping her son off at school.
We want justice.
Described as kind, sweet, loving, very supportive, and an amazing mom, Romika was working and studying to become a nurse. Right before her death, police say a fight broke out. The suspect, who sources say Romika knew, allegedly pulled out a gun and shot Romika in the face, killing her, according to CPD.
My baby was dropping her baby off to school. And what hurt the most is I didn't get my morning phone call.
Police say since Monday's arrest, the offender has been released without charges. They wouldn't share further details other than saying they can't comment on specifics of ongoing investigations.
The family is unaware of what the police are doing, so we can't answer those questions. What we would like is that justice come in the form of accountability.
As the family seeks justice, community organizers are putting pressure on lawmakers to ensure laws meant to help curb violence are effective. They're also challenging them to do more.
The state of Illinois, we're calling on them to open an office of civility. Civility has steps to be able to deal with the issue of violence.
Through her heartache, Tina is seeking strength to raise her 6-year-old grandson.
That's a hard man shoes to fill with the connection that was between him and his mama.
A balloon release ceremony in honor of Romika is scheduled for tonight at 7 at 68th and Normal. Reporting on the near south side, I'm Jewel Hillary, WGN News.
Thank them for reporting that, but that is such a tragedy.
Yeah,
one of the things I must say, when you have a situation when you're dealing with an ex, for me, I'm saying for me, it's very important that there's some sort of level. Somebody has to have a level head. And obviously, the ex-husband and the new girlfriend, they weren't, I don't know what they were thinking about showing up at his son's school and causing this kind of harm to his ex-wife and his son's baby mother. I just can't fathom. But these things happen. These things happen. So as parents, I'm saying, as mothers, I'm saying, when situations get so heated, sometimes you have to fall back to really think and evaluate your situation and think about what harm is being done to your child. Because after everything is said and done, your child is living through this. And as your child begins to mature and get older, they are going to be able to look back at these videos and be able to see exactly how their parents conducted themselves. And they're going to have an opinion. And whether that's going to be opinion of dealing with their parents or having nothing to do with their parents. But either way, in that type of situation, nobody wins. Nobody wins. So I say this. I always believed then when you are in a relationship, I wouldn't say having an exit strategy of coming to the minds of how you're going to depart, because sometimes things happen and you're heated and you're angry and a lot of things be going on with each other. So it's very hard to kind of have a conversation. But at some point, especially when children are involved, it's important to try to be able to co-parent so that your child can have a stable relationship with both parents and the bonus parents as well. I think that's important. I'm saying my condolences to the family because that is unbelievable. Unbelievable that this happened.
Yeah, it's really sad. It's very unfortunate.
Unbelievable. Hey, Rita, thanks so much for joining, Rita.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for joining. Thanks so much for joining. I want to ask a question, and this is as it relates to the economy, the prices. Now, have you noticed that the gas prices have gone down?
I don't drive much, so no.
Oh, you haven't noticed that the price that okay. I know the food has not gone.
I probably get gas once a month.
Once a month?
I don't have to drive that much.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Maybe once a month.
That's
maybe
good.
Twice. Maybe.
That's good. I do have a question.
Look at the price. I said I try not to look. I go to the same gas station, period. So I try not to even look at the price. I just get the gas.
But you use regular gas, right?
No, I use 89.
You use 89. Okay. Okay.
Plus.
Yeah, 89. Yeah, that's what I use too. Well, we have 36 months. I want to know from my co-host, in your opinion, Shakira, will America's economy rise or fall? How do you feel about the direction of our economy? Now, we know the food prices is just crazy right now. I mean, even by buying steak, if you're trying to buy meat, forget about it. To buy a steak right now, one steak is like $8, depending on what kind of steak you're getting. What is your take Do you feel as though it's going to get better, or do you feel as though the economy is going to get worse?
I feel like what rises falls. I mean, that's just the that's what always happens. It goes up, it comes down. When will it come down? I think it'll be before 36 months. I don't,
Okay,
I
you're
just,
hopeful.
I just see that it could be within that time, but at the cost of what is the question?
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
question.
Well, they saying that unemployment right now is 4.3, and it's the highest since 1980. That's what the Bureau of Labor Statistics is saying. Now, they also are saying the food prices are predicted to continue to rise. It's 2.9 higher than it was in 2024. Now, the gas prices, I remember during COVID, gas was like $8 in some states like California. Some places were $8 and $9. Childcare expense, I know you don't have to worry about that now. I know you're so happy you don't have to worry about childcare expenses. But they're
Yeah.
even saying childcare expenses have increased by 14%. So if it increased by 14% and then the parents are not getting the same amount of increase in pay, that's not good. And then of course the interest rates, I'm hoping that they're going to continue to decline. Right now, it was around 6.5%. As far as the rates are concerned. So we're hopeful that the economy, our co-host, what is your opinion about the economy? Have you been noticing American economy will fall and then get better, right? Linda, is that what you're saying? It will fall. Hey, Dottie, thanks so much for joining. Rabina, thanks so much for joining. Yeah, we'll fall. Well, we're hopeful. It's actually, I think with so much going on this past week, I think a lot of American people are numb. It's like we're kind of trying to live through this ordeal and turmoil that our country is up against at this present time. It's just something just don't seem like it's right. I know that we definitely want to talk about what has taken place with Charlie Kirk, who lost his life, sadly lost his life this week through an assassination of a 22-year-old, which so many people had thought that he was not the profile. They were shocked to see the profile once it was revealed. They were shocked because they were saying it was this person, that person, and another. But then when it came out, here's this young 22-year-old. But then they said that there were over 7,000 petitions that went out that said that they did not want him to come. That's a lot of petitions and a lot of people.
Yeah.
But yet he was loved by so many. I know that in Somerset tonight, I believe at 7:00, if I'm not mistaken, I think they're having a vigil for him this evening in Somerset. All over the country, they're having a vigil for him. This coming in the weeks and the months ahead, I'm sure. But one of the things I wanted to say, and this is to everybody, freedom of speech means having the right to voice your opinion, even when others don't agree. It's a cornerstone of democracy, but that right is not a license to create harm. It becomes disruptive, dangerous when words are turned into weapons, and violence is used to force others to join in, even at the risk of hurting another person. At that point, freedom of speech isn't truly free. Once anyone, regardless of gender, color, political party, or faith, chooses violence, it no longer falls under our constitutional protection. It becomes an unlawful act that tears at the very fabric of who we are. As Americans, we think differently, we live differently, we love differently, and we believe differently. And that diversity is what makes us strong. But we must come to understand that violence is not the answer. The world is big enough for all of us to live and exist without crossing paths in hate. The challenge before us is to come to a meeting of the mind and ask, what does peaceful existence look like? When we find the answer together, we move closer to love, unity, and lasting freedom. And I don't think anyone should lose their life because they're speaking what they feel.
Yeah, no.
Even though you might not believe and agree what they feel, you can always walk away. You can always turn it off. But when the speech and the words that are spoken turns into violence and spirit violence, that's when it becomes a problem. And hate is so contagious. We don't want any parts of it. We want love, and that's what we stand for. And I do feel sympathy and empathy. I know they say Charlie didn't like empathy, but no wife should go through losing her husband and a child losing their father or parent because of what they believe in. What are your thoughts, Shakira?
Well, basically similar, like to piggyback off what you said. You shouldn't have to, lose your life over your opinion. And hopefully, moving forward, something like this doesn't happen again. But it is something that you have to keep in mind when you are boisterous, when you are going against the norm or anything like that. You have to always, just like Jasmine Crockett was on the Breakfast Club, and she has to pay for her own security. They don't pay for her security. Mm-hmm. They don't pay the other side. Well, allegedly, the other side, they have funding for their security. But Jasmine, what came out of her mouth, she pays for her own security. So she has to raise money to pay for her own security. So with that being said, when you are boisterous, you have to make sure that you are protected. And by all of those petitions going out, that should have been a red flag. But unfortunately, it didn't pan out that way. But I am sorry to hear that this happened.
Yeah, and the crazy thing, he had security. When you think about JFK, had security, Martin Luther King, a lot of the whole, security was there. But it's like, it's just the minds of the individual person is what we have to kind of get to, is the minds of the individual person thinking hate. If you allowed yourself this to no longer have anything to do with that person and just move on with your life, even though I understand that when it becomes hate is being spilled out into our economy, into our world, into the environment, it makes it difficult. It makes it difficult. I know that, okay, Miss Barbara has a comment.
Our ancestors have always pulled through, and I will do the same. I moved to Philly, so there's always the Pookies, Ray, and Neckbone selling something that fell off a truck.
Hi, Miss Barbara. Thanks so much for joining. You're so right about that. You're so right about that. Wow. Yeah. That's a shocker. I think that's where everybody was shocked. I mean, I think everyone was hoping that it wasn't, I know some of us was thinking like, oh my goodness, please don't let it be, but coming out to be someone young like that is very unfortunate. The killer's family were mega supporters mega supporters according to the killer's grandma. Yes, I did hear.
MAGA. MAGA.
Mega, yes. I did hear about that the grandmother was speaking on behalf of the family. Yes. Assassinations have been around. Okay. Let me see. Let me just go here. And then Martin, Malcolm, John Kennedy, Robert Kennedy, and Medgar Evers. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So many. Abraham Lincoln. Yes. Now Dottie says it's buffering. Am I buffering? Shakira, you buffering? Am I buffering on anybody else's end? Am I buffering on anyone else in this end? Let me know if it's buffering on anyone else's end. Because if it's buffering, there's nothing really I could do about it.
It's fine on my end. I'm just like, because of the kids, so I got it on off and on mute. I said I have it off and on mute, but that's pretty much it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Now I know so much you want to talk about. It seems like my brain sometimes be on E because it works so much overtime during the week. Is buffering? Yes, it is buffering. No. Linda says yes, and then Barbara says no. Pam says no. Okay, Pam says no. All right. Thank y'all so much. Hopefully it stopped buffering. I'm hoping that it stops. Let me just go here and pull this out. Just one moment. I'm sorry. This is a comment chat. Let me go here and go to the next. Sorry about this. Let me go here. And sorry about this interruption. Let me see here. Is there any more comments on this topic? No for me. Okay, Terrence, thank you so much, TT. Thanks so much for joining. Thanks so much for joining.
Yes, I really. No more comments for the topic. No.
No more comments. Okay. Okay. One of the things I know we have 15 minutes, and I do apologize about our delay today. I really apologize about our delay today. I didn't know whether you heard about the toxic secrets. The St. Louis human experiment exposed the untold truth. I'm not going to be able to play all of the video, but I do want to touch base on some of this video because it's very enlightening. I didn't even know that this was going around, actually. And a lot of the family members, sadly, have cancer. Stay tuned just one moment.
Residents tell us they still remember a mysterious fog. Children would run through it. Mothers would try and close their windows against it. For decades, they all had questions, and now we're seeking answers. The United States Army now admits that it sprayed a chemical that contained cadmium, a known carcinogen, on a neighborhood of more than 10,000 people. Critics say this was done with no warning and no consent. Well, tonight we return to the site of that demolished neighborhood and speak with former residents who believe the government turned them into human test subjects. Although the Army admits that the test happened, it is not admitted to harming the residents. News Nation's Natasha Zuvez investigates what was in the fog and why the truth may still be buried.
The fog drifted through the streets like a ghost.
That's exactly what it looked like, a thick fog.
It was summertime and it was hot. We would just run through it as fast as we could and try to just cool ourselves off. It stuck to you.
The spray was so foul as far as the odor. It made some of us have headaches, nausea, dizziness.
That's what I remember. It made me sick.
It wasn't the weather. It was an eerie smoke descending from rooftops, rolling from the backs of trucks.
Regular flatbed truck, but it had a big machine on the back. And it had a big nozzle that really sprayed a fog you couldn't even see through. It was that thick. And it really, we felt it as it would adhere to our skin. And as far as the guys on top of the buildings, they tried to portray them to us as maintenance workers. But we was like, what is a maintenance worker doing? And basically a hazmat suit. And they had masks and goggles.
In the 1950s and 60s, in secret, the U.S. Army sprayed zinc cadmium sulfide into the air of a St. Louis housing project, a largely black neighborhood called Pruitt-Igoe.
It was a lose-lose situation for us in Pruitt-Igoe. We were subjects. We were subjects.
They didn't ask for our permission. We didn't ask for them to spray us. My government used me like I was a guinea pig.
There's a blue ocean in wholesaling and flipping that remains virtually untouched. And it's not some new marketing.
Hey, everybody. My mom will come right back on. It must have dropped. But that is insane to even, because that's been, well, I won't say it was a big fog, but remember, I know in Burlington County area, there was helicopters or something seemed like they were spraying over a certain neighborhood. Like it was something going on. Oh, here she comes back on. But in Burlington County, I definitely remember seeing something like that. And that's recent. I was just saying in Burlington County, I remember, especially like I think me and Brianna may have talked about it, about over Willenboro, they would seem like they were spraying something or I don't know. And then nobody know what it was. So
really,
yeah, I'm not surprised.
And it's targeting the Black communities, St. Louis, and it's just the government, the people that we're supposed to trust and supposed to have our best interests at heart.
They ain't never have our best interests at heart from the beginning.
No,
so
of course not.
I would never think that. You hope that, you wish that it would change. But history has shown time and time again that is not the case.
It's not the case. Sadly, but true. Sadly, but true. But most of those people in the camera, they have cancer right now. And they're saying it's coming from what the government has done with spraying. I know their helicopters be flying around all the time. And, you know, when the higher they're up, it's hard to be able to tell whether they're spraying because, you know, it disappears. So it's hard to tell whether they're spraying anything.
Yeah.
But we just got to be mindful that that these things still go on even right now today. Were you able to read and find out whether there was anything in the area that they were spraying?
I didn't come up with anything when I looked, but you know, who knows, to be honest.
You didn't see anything.
You know, I didn't see anything.
Wow, that is crazy. That's crazy. Well, right now we're going to touch bases on, we're going to talk about the renters because I'm excited about this, especially for those who are landlords. I do have some information to share about the landlords as well. But for anyone who is a renter, you can go from an application to approval. And we want to show you how to get help with deposits and co-signers. Deposits and co-signers. Some of this information that we're going to share with you, it's a lot. I guess I can, now if I have it on a spreadsheet, so if I have it on a spreadsheet, do I put the link to the spreadsheet in the comments? How? I can't hear you. What would be the best way?
I'm sorry. I think you have to share you have to get the copy link, but I think you would have to make sure that it's open, that people can view it.
Okay, that everyone can view it?
Yeah, I think that's how it would go.
Okay. Okay, so well, maybe then I'll probably will have to do it that way. Well, this here is the spreadsheet, if you could see. And there are approximately 15 company and sources on this spreadsheet. And I've also written out the description of what they do. For an example, the guarantors is www.theguarantors.com. They help renters qualify for leases by acting as your guarantor, meaning your co-signer. They also offer deposit coverage, okay, which is huge. Okay, now Shakira, I don't know whether you could type in the guarantee in the chat. Would it allow us to type things in the? Sure, it will, right? Let me see whether this came across. I don't know. The guarantee. Could everyone see the screen? I don't know. Could anyone see the screen? Okay, the guarantors.com. And then you have another one that's Liberty Rent, Liberty Rent. And they offer guarantors and deposits assistance to help renters who lack traditional credit or co-signers. They are actually co-signing you to get into your apartment, to get into your townhouse, to get into your condo, or even a single family home. They'll help you get in. This is very unusual, right? Very, very unusual, but this is to help renters become tenants if you're seeking to become a tenant. Now, I guess I should be able to, what we could do is this. If a person is interested in getting a copy of this list, you can put "I'm ready" in the comments, and then I will, me and Shakira, well, Shakira, you're not on Facebook anymore, right? Right now. Is Shakira still with us? I'm not sure. But we could put this link in the comments. I just want to make sure those who need it can have access to it, and you can share it to other people who also may need it. I'm sure there's a lot of people that may need this information. I know that some people have paid $30 and was able to get thousands of dollars in help. And you don't have to pay it back. A lot of it you don't have to pay back. Each program is different, so you got to find out how the program works, but each program is different. So let me just do the first one. Let me just show you the first one, which is the guarantors. Let's just go there real quick. Okay, let me just share this tab, and you should be able to see this new tab here. And this is what the website looks like. A second chance to secure your dream home. Okay, renters and owner. Now, if you are a landlord and you're looking for good tenants, you can also go here and list your property on their site. Okay, you can list your property on their site. They give you deposit coverage, rent coverage. Very unusual, right? But this is some really important information, especially in our economy and the way things are going. So I'm hoping this will be helpful to many of you who are viewing. The next one is libertyrent.com. Now, Liberty Rent, just want to show you what that website looks like. If you can see, this is libertyrent.com. It also says a second chance lease approval service. Okay, Liberty Rent offers a powerful tool for properties looking to maximize their qualified resident pool, and for applicants with unique financial circumstances. It opens doors that might otherwise remain closed. Okay, so you can apply, and I've been told the applications doesn't take long to get applications. Doesn't take long to get applications. Now, the other one I will share with you, and I'll give you the list, Here's another one that's called Jetty, JETTY.com. JETTY.com is financial services for renters. Financial services for renters. And they will help you with your security deposit and co-signing. Security deposit and co-signing. So for those of you who are interested, you can put I'm ready, and I will make sure you get this information. Okay, I will make sure you get this information. And I'm going to share one more out of the 15 that's here. This is Leap Easy. Leap Easy. Okay, I hope you can see this information. It's deposit replacement. Keep your hard-earned cash and go deposit free with Leap. Rent guarantee. Okay. This is the website, so you know you're at the right place. And I made it so easy. So another thing you do is when you get the information, you just click and go directly to the website. Go directly to the website. I thought it was awesome information. I'm hoping that someone will be able to move into their new place. And this one is showing you 3 easy steps. You submit your application, and then it goes through underwriting review, which is 30 minutes underwriting review. And then if they agree, they will actually send the payment to your landlord. Okay, very easy. Very easy. This one works in, they've done over 1,000 homes in 12 different states. So you got to find out whether they're in your state. But I did make sure that from the list, I tried to make sure that every state is included. I wanted to make sure that every state is included. Okay, so I hope this information is helpful. I hope this information is helpful. Shakira, did I lose you?
Yes, you did, but I'm back.
Okay. All right, so Linda, we'll make sure you get it. Pam, I know you deal with a lot of tenants, so I'm sure this might be helpful to anyone who may be in need of assistance in getting some security deposits done. I do want to ask this question. Number one, is there anyone who haven't received their vacation voucher? Meaning you gave your information and you did not receive your voucher. We need to know. If you did not receive your voucher information for your vacation that we spoke about a few weeks ago, please let us know. Okay. Okay, got it. Thank you so much. Please let us know about the voucher. Now, I also want to find out, did any of you who filled out for the $40,000 scholarship opportunity for high schools and college students and other, did anyone take advantage of that opportunity? Did anyone take advantage of that opportunity? Shakira, did you fill it out?
I believe so. I think I did.
Okay, for the $40,000. Okay, it's still open until October the 15th. So please make sure that you apply. You want to make sure your name is in the pot. You want to make sure your name is in the pot. Okay, is there anything you want to say before we close out?
No, I just hope that everybody have a good, productive week.
Everybody have a good, productive week. Daddy's home. Daddy's home. I do want to say Mike on the Mic is having a comedy show. Mike on the Mic is having a comedy show that's coming up at the Stress Factory in New Brunswick. Tickets are still available. Tickets are still available. Come on and meet me there. Come on and meet me there for a good time of laughter on Sunday, October the 19th at 7 o'clock. Sunday, October 19th at 7 o'clock. Oh, how I'm going to do that with the Momma Said It podcast? We'll figure it out. I might have to go live from New Brunswick. Hey, where there's a will, there's a way. Okay, Pum, there's no comments. I want to make sure we're not missing out on anyone who, please resend the link for that as well. I sure will. I absolutely will make sure you get everything. Okay, thank you all so much for being a part of our podcast on Momma Said It. We want you all to have a wonderful week coming through. Also, New Brunswick Hub City Jazz Festival. That's right. The Jazz Festival is coming up, and I believe that's September the 24th. Is it not? Please correct me. October the 4th? Oh, it's October the 4th. I didn't know. Okay. Yes, New Brunswick Hub City Jazz Festival is coming up. So, yes, that's another one. All right. Thank you all so much for joining us. And my daughter is smiling, and I don't think she has any more words that she want to say. Okay. Thank you all so much. We're going to sound off. Momma said it. Woo. There'll be days like this. Momma said it. Wee. There'll be days like this. Momma said it. Woo. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of Momma Said It. But before we let you go, we want to let you hear this.
Looking for a clean, nutritious way to fuel your body? Try Plant Protein, your complete source of protein in delicious vanilla and rich chocolate flavors. Hypoallergenic, easy to digest, and free of cholesterol and saturated fats, it's perfect for building muscle, managing weight, and supporting your daily workouts. Order now for just $31.99, and the first 100 callers receive the Core Champion Nutrient Cookbook, featuring 100 healthy recipes. Call 877-505-9500 today.
Thank y'all so much. Have a good week, everybody.